Yes, peace and love to everyone joining us on the stream. I do hope that you're doing wonderful, being on a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. And for those that consider it to be a throwback, I don't know what you're throwing it back to. But for me, always when it comes to issues and matters that throwback, I just love to throw it back to the 90s and 80s music. That is the music where we did have the classics, and they do say that they don't make it like they used to anymore. If you look at today's music, it has changed, and also the entertainment landscape has changed to a very, very big extent. But nonetheless, when you look at when you talk about throwback and a beautiful throwback Thursday, this is exactly what we do have right here on the platform for today. And I do hope that even when you reflect on the days gone, you do reflect with pride and beautiful memories that maybe you have had in your past. That is what you play for your throwback Thursdays. My name is Pikes, and in case you just check it in, please make sure to subscribe to this particular channel. And when you do, please also make sure that you click on the notifications so that you can get notified every other moment when we get an opportunity to go live. It is always a pleasure to have you with us, and it is always a delight to connect and kick it with you on this particular platform. We hope to make it vibrant and engageful and engage with you because engagement is it matters a lot. When you share your feedback with us, I do not take that for granted. Yet I do know that you are also delighted to be with us on this particular platform. For today, I just want to talk about a little bit of the throwback because some years back, some years back, many years back, we did not have the internet with us, and there wasn't also social media. We did have platforms like YouTube. We did have platforms like Facebook. We didn't have platforms like Instagram. We didn't have X or Twitter. So when you look back into that particular era or that particular time, you realize that people are more connected. And if you, in believe right now, we talk about people being more connected because of social media and the internet. Even back then, people were connected in a different way, and the connections, I believe, were much more meaningful than they are today. Today we do have sort of like a superficial connections, where you just get onto threads, you connect with people, get onto X, connect with people, but way before the internet, this is our throwback moment. Way before the internet, there were people just connecting, just making a visit. I don't know when was the last time you decided, I don't want just connect with people on WhatsApp and chat with them WhatsApp. What I want to do right now is, take my car or just get on a bus and go visit them. So if you're talking about the throwback, the memories, then I do hope that you remember those particular era. For those who were born before the social media era, and for those who were born even maybe before the internet era, I would just like to ask you, how different was it today? How different was it back then compared to today? That is my question for you. And we also did have an era where we did not have AI a few years back. We did not have AI, and that is our focus for today because AI has changed so many things. And my question and our focus for today, I would just like to ask you so far, because most of us have interacted with AI tools. My question for you is, what has AI helped you achieve so far? What has AI helped you achieve so far? Tyra Maxwell, thank you for joining us. Peace to you. I hope that you're doing well. But my conversation is, what has AI helped you achieve so far? Because right now, AI has been adopted in so many different industries. You might be talking about the automotive industry. You might be talking about the healthcare industry. You might be talking about every other facet of life. We are now seeing AI applications are being put to use in those areas. But for you as a person, at a personal level, what has AI helped you achieve so far? Because we're talking about the recent past where we did not have AI. We're talking about maybe perhaps 10 years ago. 10 years ago, or even it wasn't, even if it was there, maybe perhaps it wasn't as vibrant. They were trying to patch it together. But right now we do have the AI. We are living in the AI age. This is where we are right now. There is an AI boom in everything. When you're talking about your phone, they have AI on it. When you're talking about, every other facet of life, they have AI on it. But personally, as an individual, what has AI helped you achieve? What has AI helped you achieve? Has it helped you achieve anything? And how do you compare life now before? How do you compare life before the AI and life now? Is life any better? Is life any simpler with AI right now? That is my thinking. Because there has been a conversation about where we're headed with AI. And before we talk about where we're headed with AI, it is always important to look back into where we are coming from. Because if we're coming from a place where people are more connected and people were, having conversations at a direct level, right now you're talking about AI, and you might be seated in your house just making a chat, having a chat with AI, maybe asking questions and getting answers, maybe typing and getting the answers back. But if you look at AI, right now you're talking about the artificial intelligence. How has it improved your life? Just let me know at a personal level. What has AI helped you achieve? Because maybe perhaps you have used AI to train yourself, on some DIYs. You might be a DIY, do it yourself, and you went onto your AI plug or your AI applications, and you use that to help you do something. Maybe perhaps I would just like to know about those personal experiences, about what AI has done for you. And I do know that right now there's so many AI platforms. We're talking about ChatGPT, Gemini, we're talking about Grok, we're talking about, there's so many others, so many of them. And most of them have different, all of them have different applications. But my question for you today, how do you compare life now and a life before AI? Yeah, how has life changed for you? Because maybe perhaps I'm saying maybe it has helped you secure a job. Maybe it has helped you, do something. For example, if I'm trying right now to get started on maybe perhaps agriculture, a small garden farming project, and I have no idea where to get started or what to get started with, I might as well hop onto AI and ask questions and, even tell it to give me a plan for how to go about gardening, home gardening, for a small project. Maybe I'm trying to plant some vegetables and I'm trying to do this and that. Or maybe I'm trying to set up an agency, which is just a digital agency. AI can maybe perhaps give you the guidelines on how to go about it. But my question is for you today, how does life compare now that you have AI and before AI? What are the personal gains, or what have you achieved so far? So far from AI, from using AI. Some people are very, very much skeptical about new things. And right now, like I'm talking about the AI boom, is with us here. Some people have even gone as far as investing in companies that have been putting up AI applications and AI services. But the question is, how has AI made your life different? How has AI made your life better? Has it made your life better, or has it made your life bitter and bearable? That is my question for you today. Thank you so much for joining us on the stream. In case you haven't been with us on another different live stream, please make sure to click on subscribe, and also make sure to turn on the notifications. I really, really would appreciate you also turning on the notifications. My name is Spikes, and remember, you can connect with us on different social media platforms. If you're on X, you can find Mwenyeji Spikes on X. If you're on Facebook, you can also find Mwenyeji Spikes on Facebook, or you can also just find Homeland Africa TV, which is what we have christened this particular platform as. But yes, how has AI made your life better? How has AI improved your life? That is my question for you today. Has AI made your life easier? Right now, in many cases, when you talk about people and using their mental capacities, in many cases, people do not want to think. So if there is a chance that you can delegate the task of thinking to a tool, like AI tool, and you're delegating that to the AI tool, then most people have resorted to that. They have resorted to delegating the thinking, the responsibility for thinking and using their mental capacity to AI. Right now, if you ask someone a question, which they're supposed to just juggle their brain and just think, right now, people do not want to do that. They just really want to lean on AI, go on to ChatGPT, ask, go on to Gemini, ask, go on to Grok, ask. And there is a very, very big worry, because in the next few years, seems like, the work of the mental capacity might be delegated to tools, which are AI tools, and we might be getting into a very, very difficult time where now collectively people are not using their mental capacity, and collectively people are also not, they are given this task to AI. So how has your life improved? How has your life changed right now that we are in the AI era? A couple of years back, we were not with AI. If you go about 10 years ago, we were not functioning with AI. I'm talking about 2016. But right now it has been made accessible. Most of these particular platforms, they have the free access, and they have the paid access for different features. But how has your life changed? How has your life improved since AI came aboard? How has your life improved? Or what can you point? Just tell me maybe one thing that you point to that you are saying, because of AI has helped me achieve this, or AI was able to achieve this through AI, and that has really transformed it has really transformed my life, or it has really transformed the way I work, or it has really transformed the way I approach this and that. That is my question for you, because I really, really would love to learn, and I really, really would love to engage with you on that particular matter, because it is important that as we make the milestones different, as we hit different milestones, that we see how is our life changing, how our lives changing at a personal level, and also at a corporate level, at a community level, how our lives changing, how our lives being affected by AI. If you get to ask me, I would say, when it comes to communication, and people are writing mails, for example, writing emails, for example, just trying to connect with each other, communication has sort of been simplified. But the only problem is, even with this so-called simplification, it becomes repetitive. It's material that is being repetitive. You regurgitate the same words that are come from your AI tool. So there are no new words being invented. So what happens is that with AI, there's a whole lot of repetition and regurgitating of the same things that come from the AI tools, because right now it's like you're now recycling. So when you talk about creativity, AI really itself has a lack of creativity. AI also lacks curiosity, which are very two important elements: curiosity and creativity. These are very, very important elements when it comes to how we approach, life itself, and how we live, and how we also relate to each other, and how we relate to our environment. Creativity and curiosity. So AI itself, it does not bring up a new creativity. What AI has been programmed to do is has been programmed to work with already existing structures and systems. So when you talk about curiosity, AI lacks curiosity. When you're talking about creativity, AI lacks creativity. I'm talking about regurgitating the same material. And apart from that, there is also now the whole issue of the emotional intelligence. Because for a human being, the way you relate with people, you want to relate with them on an emotionally intelligent level. You want to read the room. You want to know how things are, and you want to communicate also based on how you read the room. So for AI, I would say that aspect of emotional intelligence, most of it is lacking. If you talk about curiosity, it's lacking. If you talk about creativity, that is also lacking. So when we talk about how life is changing from the pre-AI era, and right now we are in the AI era, we are talking about a situation where if we are not very careful, then there will be a limitation to our creativity, there will be a limitation to our curiosity, and there might be a limitation also to our emotional intelligence, because of how AI might influence us. Are we influencing AI, or is AI influencing us? That is a very, very important question. I would just like to know, since AI came on, since this you started using AI, how has AI impacted your life? Has it helped you accomplish anything? And if so, what has AI helped you accomplish? I was saying, if you're the kind of a person who is into a creation of like you're creative, some people might say, oh, it helps me ease the creative process. Some people might say, oh, it makes the creative process much more, organized. It helps me it helps me organize better my creative process. But for you, please let me know what AI has helped you achieve, and look into the future. What do you believe will be the future of AI? For me, I think emotional intelligence will be imparted, creativity and curiosity. Those are the three main elements I think might be affected because of our adoption and our use of AI. There are other areas that are going to be affected, and it will also impact on our humanity and how we relate to each other, because AI is moving rapidly. The technology is moving rapidly. Some people have said that it will get to a point where there is overproduction. We get to a point of, for example, if it's creative content, it's overproduction. But what is the quality of this production? For me, I think it might be inferior because it might lack that element of human creativity, which is a problem. But there's a concept of the hybrid concept, where when you are getting into a creative process, half of it is AI, half of it is human intelligence and human creativity. So if you're able to master the hybrid factor, having AI input and human creativity input, then you might come up with a masterpiece. But yes, my question once again, what has AI helped you achieve at a personal level? What has AI helped you achieve at a personal level? Please let me know. If you're with us, I do appreciate you so much. We never take your company for granted. Please subscribe. Please hit on the like button, and you can also give us a thumbs up. This is the thumbs up. Please also do that. You can give us a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate that because it also helps the video, I believe, seen by more people. And you just help us in just trying to have these conversations with you, with anyone else who is like-minded and sees value with the content that we bring you on this particular platform. What has AI helped you achieve? Maybe perhaps when it comes to education, you're studying and you're able to do your research, conduct your research in a shorter time. Because in the old days, before AI and also before the internet, you would go to a library, look for big volumes of books. Maybe perhaps you'd the library or resource center. You're trying to get these books. Right now, you can just go onto AI, look for these volumes of books. Most of them have been put in the ebook format, and just trying to they'll help you do the analyzing and the research of that particular work. But in terms of a personal level, I would say that as a creator, I do embrace that hybrid concept. Some of the time, I will borrow some concepts from AI, but the problem is some of these concepts are just repeated. The more you try to have AI have creativity, the lesser it does so. You do find that AI is programmed already, so there's no new creativity coming. So this might also affect our consumption of art, because we are used maybe perhaps in the previous days in consuming art in a very, very original way. But right now, you can just go even have art being faked by AI for the people that love to, are interested in art. So you go on there, someone comes, captures an art installation with a photo, and they go do a whole lot of mess and editing with AI, and that now becomes a problem. But also, when it comes to information and how people relate to information, we do know that AI also can be used for propaganda purposes. And if you're talking about propaganda itself, you realize that if you go onto social media, right now they have started putting the AI tag on items, because you can see, for example, if you go on Facebook, there's an AI tag on it. And I think also on YouTube and Threads and other platforms, it's Meta owned by Alpha or whatever. But you might also be a victim of this, because you will not know whatever is true. Is this original? Or is this a fake? Is this an AI fake? Because propaganda right now, propaganda is used for different reasons, for political reasons, especially for political reasons and other reasons. And right now, AI, if you're not very, very careful, and if you're not the kind of person who is keen on details, you might just be duped into lies and follow and start even retweeting or reposting the same without even having done research. So even the way we are trying to connect and communicate and also relate to each other at a personal and interpersonal level, you do find that AI will also be a big influence on that, because with all this information that is coming out, you might think a certain particular way about a person based on some AI information that you have found on them or things like that. And that might also be a very, very big problem in the future. Nonetheless, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I do hope that you're feeling blessed. And this is on a beautiful Thursday. We can play back some of these memories before AI era and before the internet. And those days you would connect with people, go read books. The other day I did a live stream and I was telling us that the reading culture is on a decline. It's on a very, very steady and sharp decline. People don't read as they used to. I'm talking about physical books. People would rather now be on TikTok getting entertained. People would rather be on Facebook watching reels and Instagram and whatever other platforms, watching reels and just arguing with other people and making jokes with other people. When it comes to reading, the reading culture has been on a sharp decline. But that is just the way life is. That is just the way things have been moving. And if you get to ask me the all pros and cons for AI, so far I have seen many pros for AI, and I'm also looking at what are the cons. Like I did share with you some of these particular cons that it can be used for misinformation, and it can also be used to push propaganda. You know, it might be propaganda based on politics. It might be propaganda based on other things. But my question once again, how has AI improved your life? Or how has AI affected your life for the better or for the worse? Let me know. What have you achieved through AI so far? Because, when something new comes up, like for example, with the advent of the internet, the people who were first adopters or early adopters of the internet, some of them want to become quite successful. Some of them want to become, rich, or even millionaires. But for the late adapters, the people who were skeptical about it, some of them didn't benefit much from the internet. They maybe perhaps were just using it for the basic things and leaving it at that. But even for AI right now, we do have the early adapters of AI, and they have taken it and they have turned it into a whole, new miraculous thing. And there are people who are late adapters and they don't really give a heck about what the heck AI is all about. They don't really give a damn about it. But it might be a distinguishing factor. It's like a tool, in your hand. And if you adapt it for the good, I do believe there are possibilities, and you can even improve your life, turn it around economic-wise. I'm talking about financially. It might work out miracles for you, or it might also help you elevate whatever projects that you're working on when you integrate AI with it. But you also have to be very, very careful. Like I did say, things don't just happen. Things have to be made happen. And there are the people who are running the show. There are people who are running the show, and then there are people who are following close behind, and then there are the late adapters. So where do you fall, in those brackets? Because when new technology comes in, the early adopters, have you adopted? To what extent have you adopted the use of AI, or are you the skeptical kind of a person who believes that nothing good can come from these new AI systems? Let me know how you are. Let me know what your thoughts. Like I did say, my question was rather quite simple. What has AI helped you achieve so far? That was my question. If you haven't tapped on the thumbs up, please make sure you do. Kindly do. Click the thumbs up. Click the thumbs up. Like the video. Click the thumbs up. Like the video. And really, really appreciate that. And my question once again, what has AI helped you achieve on a personal level? What has AI helped you achieve on a personal level? That is just my kind question, because I would just like to know how are people doing with this. There are people who are talking about analytics, and even when it comes to things like trading, the people who trade in forex or the derivatives market and other things like that, they have used AI for analytics and being able to do a deep analytics on the information. Maybe perhaps it has helped them make money. But on a personal level, what has AI helped you achieve? That was my question for you today. If you look at these OpenAI, the chaps from the OpenAI, there has been controversy regarding AI. There's controversy also the ownership of AI and all. Do we have one kill switch that if things go all crazy, the AI can be shut down? Is there a kill switch for that? And there are those questions about how AI will be regulated, and the different countries have decided to come up and just put together different ways. And I think even China has also been trying to lead the way. When it comes to Asia, China has been trying to lead the way in terms of the regulation and the operation of AI, how they will go to deal with it, because if it is not controlled or if it is not regulated, rather, then we are talking about we are walking into a trap, because you do not know what people might do with this AI. But I'm saying at a personal level, and with the things that when it comes to applying, for example, if you're creative, if you're a farmer, if you're into the healthcare sector, there are different ways in which this has been adapted, and it seems to be working. But there are pros and cons. It is up to you now to weigh it out, decide how is it going to be. You have to weigh it out. You have to weigh out the AI, the artificial intelligence, and see what are the pros for you, what are the pros for you, what are the cons for you. And then after you do your own due diligence, you are able now to make a decision. This is what I'll use the AI for. I will not use AI for this. These are the applications that I will sign up for. I will not sign up for these other applications. And then when you draw a line like that, then you are able to keep a balance with what you want to achieve. Maybe perhaps with your life, maybe with the adoption of AI, or maybe just plainly just from other different applications. Nonetheless, thank you so much for joining us. You can like the video. You can also turn on the notifications. My name is Spikes. I am delighted to have you tuning in. I never take your company for granted. And this is a Homeland Africa TV. As always, we value and appreciate your company. The question is, what has AI helped you achieve? That is my question. What has AI helped you achieve? What has artificial intelligence help you achieve so far? It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you have maybe perhaps finished. It might even be work in progress, but it might be going very well for you to a level where you just say, this is what it has done for me, and this is why AI is for the future. There are many questions about the future of AI, like I did say, but the thing is, every country and every community, and even at an individual level, you have to decide what things you take off. What is your takeout from the AI, and what do you want artificial intelligence to be used? It can be used for evil, like I did say, with propaganda, disinformation, and things like that. It can also be used for good. For example, if it's for data collection and for analysis, which is aimed at helping people achieve a particular thing, and that is particularly a good move for you. What has AI helped you achieve? That is my question, and I would just love to know, what has AI helped you achieve, and what do you believe to be the future of AI? That is what I would just like us to continue questioning and to continue having a conversation about. But for now, I want to wish you a happy and a productive day. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. And also make sure you turn on the notifications so that you are also any other time that we decide to go live and have an opportunity to be live with you right here on this Homeland Africa TV. Peace to everyone, and I also wish you a happy and a productive rest of the day. Till next time, I want to wish you kwaheri. Kwaheri is a Swahili word. It means goodbye. So if I do say kwaheri ya kuonana, it simply means goodbye. See you again. I would love to see you again. Remember to check us out also on our Substack, on blog, and also on IG, and whatever other different platforms you might be on. I believe you can find us there. Just keep on showing us love and the support, and also let us connect. In case you want to shoot me an email, you can write me an email. In case you want to shoot me an email, you can write me an email, which is can I be able? I wish I was able to put it down somewhere, but I'll put it down on the description box so that if anyone would like to connect and maybe perhaps join us on a conversation one of these fine days, you can be able to simply do that by connecting with us. But on X, it's Mwanjaji Spikes on X, and also on Facebook, and hosted by Spikes on Instagram. So if you would like to connect, you can slide onto the DMs, hosted by Spikes on Instagram, HOSTED by Spikes, hosted by Spikes. That is the link up right there. Till next time, much peace and love. Take care of yourselves. And don't forget to like the video and also turn on the notifications. Do not forget to like the video and turn on the notifications. We were speaking about AI for today. And the question once again, what has AI helped you achieve so far? What has AI helped you achieve so far? We shall pick up this conversation soon, very, very soon, because my question was, what has AI helped you achieve so far? What has artificial intelligence helped you achieve so far at a personal level or even at a corporate or a community level? I would love to know from you. You can connect with us on IG, hosted by Spikes. See you next time. Bye.